we're making an icy, or a snow cone, I guess. So I have a snow cone maker. And I feel like we're just teetering on the point, because it's 9:45, we're just teetering on the point where it would be too loud and inappropriate to do so, so I'm doing that now. I'm doing that now. Hopefully I put everything away that is an issue. Because I had all my prescriptions out. You need to be good and stay. I put her volume on 1. I feel like it's not on 1. These I have been using. Pro tip: if you want soft ice, you should use carbonated liquid, and it makes the ice softer. So it is harder to get out of the ice cream. But I've been getting up so late. I have been truly meeting a record. I wanted to get up earlier and get up at like noon. I woke up at 8 p.m. Like, this is crazy person behavior. I went to bed at 11 in the morning. I went to bed at 11 in the morning. But this makes a little bit of noise for like a minute. And I don't want to drive my neighbor too crazy. This is not like a midnight activity. So my point in that story is that I was getting up at 8 p.m. and then I have icy time. Or what is it? Snow cone. My daily snow cone. It's the very little I can have right now. His tummy is being stupid. So, there you go. How are we doing? Do we got anyone here? We got a couple people. We got a couple of y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Alright. Thank you for being good, Susie. Okay. Do I just want to use this up? Maybe I should just use this up. I'm trying to go really fast. This probably looks ridiculous. It's cold. Okay, yeah, definitely. This is too high. Maybe I'll save. I'll save these ones. It just takes a second. It's just a little bit of noise. That's it. It's very fast. Is why I like this. I mean, my blender doesn't work because I have a nice blender. I have the Vitamix. But it really doesn't work for ice because it just kind of slams it around in there like a tornado, and it like doesn't get to the right speed where it can actually blenderize it like that. I have been obsessed. I'm here earlier than usual. I've been streaming later than usual because if you heard my story at the beginning, I've been waking up at 8 p.m. like a crazy person. Yes. I've been being lazy. I've just been using, it came with a bunch of these paper ones. And also plastic reusable ones, but I've been using up the paper ones because I got them. So why the heck not? Let's see if I can do that here. This summer, it doesn't get in the corners. I'm trying to have a summer fun activity, you know. I don't want to spill on you, Susie, because this has a tendency to get everywhere. Yes. I definitely think this would, because I don't have like syrups, so I've just been kind of pouring other drinks into it. I do have that one syrup, but it's not a snow cone syrup, so it doesn't really work that well. Because snow cone syrups are more like, there's a happy medium where it's pretty liquidy, but it also has like a certain thickness where it stays in the right spot, you know. And this would taste better if I just like put soda directly into the ice mold, but you like really can't clean that snow cone maker or snow cone makers in general, because I had like a cheap one that I used to have, but you can't take out any of the internals to clean it, and I was putting other stuff in it. Cheers. Because it gets into like the mechanism, so it's always better to use something that is clear first and foremost, and then to put the flavoring in after. Look at this. Look at this, boys. I've seen those pants before somewhere. I've worn these for years. These are very old pajama pants. They just have penguins on them. They're not like a particular character or anything. Okay, let's see, how do I want to do this? Okay, see, noise is over. I feel like I'm not being too bad. Too much of an upstairs neighbor. I'm definitely. Oh no. Spoon dropped. I need to do my dishes. That has been something I've been putting off. They're in the dishwasher. I just need to like put in the soap and hit the start button. Yeah. Yes, sir. Snow cone. Okay, let's see. Before this melts. How do I want to do this? I gotta blow my nose. Okay, you know, I shouldn't leave you on the stove for if I'm leaving the room. That is not a great idea. Okay. Oh, okay, well, this actually happened a while ago, but I guess I put that video, up recently. Gosh, this is so close. It looks so close. You look so close. I want you to knock things off the table. I put up that video recently that had Rorschach, my fish, in it, but he actually died a couple months ago because we had contamination in the water for some reason. And they sent us a letter saying our drinking water was not safe to drink, and then like the day before that he like very suddenly died. So there's nobody in that tank right now, unfortunately. But that is what happened to Rorschach, which I was very upset about, because what the heck. But I guess in the future I have to filter all the water that I put in the tank, because I do treat it, but I just use like the, you know, standard fish stuff that you put in there, and I guess that was not enough because it's contaminated. So unfortunately there is nobody in there right now. I would like to get, maybe we do the fit. I took out the lens. Oh god. See, can we do the crazy lens? The music video lens. Oh my gosh. Trying to find the clearest spot. I feel like that is relatively okay. Wow! Thank you for the song. My 100111 say hi. What are their names? Please tell me. Okay. I did send you the invite, you didn't accept my request. I did accept your request. I believe. It should be in there. It should be in there. I don't think I responded, but I did accept the request. Where did this one go? I keep losing this spoon. I actually got my first aibo ERS-111 about a week ago, and got him a working battery yesterday. His name is Ray. Ooh, very exciting. Can I do this with... This is the juggling act. This is the juggling act. Oh wait, I said hi, Mr. Egg. Okay, I'm using this to flavor. Just, oh god, I'm being shaky. Doesn't really do much for color, but we got some flavor. I gotta get some actual flavor. What is your guys' favorite flavor of snow cone? Because I enjoy a good blue raspberry. I don't know if that is like... Is blue raspberry like a real flavor? He is taking a power nap, but I will when he's back up. Baby. Baby. There's all these like crown things that I don't know what they mean. I'm gonna be crunch on this, by the way. This is a certified ASMR moment. We're gonna mostly focus on Susie though. Blueberry, good choice. I love ice, man. Ice so good. Ice good to crunch. Oh. You know what I miss? I don't think they definitely don't make it anymore. Is Friendly's just like a New England thing? Do you guys have Friendly's where you are? Because they used to have this like absolutely radioactive blue drink called the Royal Raz, and it came in a cup with a color changing straw, and it was the most blue thing ever, and it was also very delectable. But I don't think they make it anymore. I do not think they make it anymore. I don't believe so. I'm sorry if my crunching bothers people. I don't know. I don't know how loud that is gonna be. I do this like a proper, oh gosh, don't do that. A proper slushy, like a proper, very flavorful slushy that you get at the gas station. And it's like the size of your head. You have a very tiny head. This is like the size of your head. This is Susie size. We just made a snow cone. We made a late night snow cone. Are you making these snow cones yourself? Yes, I got a snow cone maker. And I've been having a daily snow cone. If you rewind to the beginning of the stream, you can see me make it. If you were not there for that. It takes like 2 minutes. But I've been thoroughly enjoying it. I like ice. What can I say? That was an early birthday present. Was my snow cone maker. Now I want crushed ice. It's so good. I highly recommend. Did you hear about the death of London Ozzy Osbourne? I did. Unfortunately. It's very sad. That was all over my timeline. Because I'd be a Blue Sky person now. And that was all over that. All over that. I want to get like a slushy sign. To amp up that area. Like a little, cause I feel like I could make it go with like the movie theater vibe of the living room and have like a little concession stand, you know? I've been listening to Ozzy since 2002. Damn. God damn. That's a long time. I got a Mixam account. What is Mixam? What is that? Book printing. Oh, okay. Let me know how they are. Because I've been looking into that, obviously. What's your favorite song at the moment? I want to have... that one. Are you gonna start doing that? I heard Mixam was quite expensive. Hold on, okay. How many of you guys have iPhones here? Because this has been a thing that's been going on for a hot minute where it will randomly, I can't listen to music on my phone anymore because it will randomly spike the volume to max volume and then I have to like rip my earbuds out. And it like locks the volume button so I can't turn it down with the volume button. Curly. What is his name? Who have I been listening to a lot of? This one, trailer. Is it Kingsley Scanlon. Look up Nostalgia by Kingsley Scanlon. And also just his albums in general are very good. Scream by Ozzy and Crazy Train. A classic. I have Android. Must be a bug in new iPhone update. Yeah, it's just been so long though, they won't fix it. So I can't listen to music on my phone anymore. Because I'm like blowing out my eardrums. Because it's so loud. Because I tried like every setting I reset. And you can set like the max volume to only be like I have my max volume set at like 60%. It's definitely going over 100%. Like it's so loud that you can hear the headphones from across the room. It's definitely some kind of thing, but I'm trying to get more of my songs onto like my iPod or my DS because it's my Spotify is also being glitchy as hell because I have like 11,000 songs and it started deleting songs because I have too many. It's a glitch with Spotify with iPhone. I use YouTube Music. It happens to me with YouTube too. It happens with YouTube. It happens with anything with videos. Happens YouTube, Spotify, Blue Sky, Instagram on the rare chance that I open that. Any video, any audio, any video or audio thing. Oh my god, Susie, all done. All done. Thank you. Yeah, I'm letting this melt too fast. Did you try Spotify and YouTube on a different device? Yeah, it's just my phone. It works fine on my computer. It works fine on my iPad, which is weird because that's also Apple. But I didn't update my iPad, so I think it is an updated issue. Oh my god. Never heard of that one. I feel like I've been looking on Reddit, and it seems like it's a common thing. Unfortunately. Hi, Susie. Susie, say hi. Say hello. Were you gonna say hello? Did I stop you? She's back to screaming. Why was she yelling? She just likes to yell. All done. All done. No. We made a snow cone, but it's melting. It's melting. I'm trying to finish it. I have a $40 MP3 player from Amazon, and sometimes I use my 3DS. That's the way to go. All done. Susie. All done. Oh my god. She's not gonna say all done. So if you were crunching in the background, that's why. I'm gonna eat my icy. Bingo Bog fell backwards on his butt today. Oh no. Bingo Bog. All done. Thank you. Is Susie aware of Susie Delta? No. Susie's not to wear. It's also spelled differently. Susie's actually spelled S-U-Z-I. Do you know your name? What's your name? What is it? Okay, belated hello. Does she know she exists? No. That's a good point. She's oh my god. I don't know what I think just me talking triggers them, honestly. Because both her and Mati do this when I'm on stream. They just start yelling. They just start yelling and screaming. Tazo's actually like the only guy that is better on stream than he is off stream. Everyone else is the opposite. Everyone else stops behaving once the camera turns on. She's being stubborn. She loves tripping and screaming. She does. She does. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. It might be because I'm doing that. You don't like when I say hello, hello, hello? Do you not like that? Do you not like that? Now that more people are here, what are your guys' favorite flavors of snow cones? gotta know. I don't have any syrup yet, so I need ideas. My favorite is blue raspberry. But right now I'm having, I'm definitely a citrus person, even though I'm not allowed to have citrus. You already said blueberry. You already said blueberry. Tiger's blood. Oh. I didn't know that was a snow cone flavor. This is orange mango that I just poured into it. I like orangey citrus things, even though I'm not allowed to have them really. If I put a little bit in the snow cone, then it's okay because it's not very much. Snoozy making ear-piercing noise out of spite, lol. Truly. All done. Please. Probably grapefruit, IDK. Ooh. It's a pretty popular flavor in my area. Huh. I have never heard of that in a snow cone flavor. I haven't really had a snow cone, I don't think. It is very good. I mean, I definitely think it is a particular interest to chew on ice. I love to chew on ice. So if you don't like to chew on ice or you don't like cold things, then you won't like it. But if you do like to chew on ice and you do like cold things, then you will love it. Or if you like slushies. I like eating ice, so I probably like a snow cone. You would definitely like a snow cone if you like eating ice. It's just like a more convenient way to do that. I'm a plain ice enjoyer on the daily. I can only drink water if it's cold. True dat. True dat. I love a good cold beverage. My tummy has been throwing an absolute fit lately. So I haven't been able to just like drink a super cold drink. It's driving me crazy because it's so hot out. But snow cone, like, it makes me have it slower, so it's more tolerable, even though it's colder. I don't know. I can have snow cone. I'm allowed one snow cone a day, all right? I gotta have something. I'm allotted my daily snow cone, all right? I met someone recently who had never had a Kit Kat, and one of my friends had a Kit Kat, so I made her try it. She liked it. Ooh! I haven't had a Kit Kat in so long. I haven't had candy bars in so long. My favorite, I used to have in college, there was a vending machine, and I like having a daily allotment of treats. I would have my daily Three Musketeers bar from the vending machine, and it added up. It was quite expensive to do that, but this was 2015, so it wasn't as expensive as it would be now. I can only drink water if it's wet. The rude and disrespectful tummy ache. My tummy hurts, but I'm being very brave about it. No, I'd be dying again, but like it's fine. Oh my god, that's gonna happen. I had 2 surgeries in the past like month, and they both just like fucked me up. So might have to do more surgeries to undo those surgeries. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. I'd be dying. It's fine. I think I'm getting a little better, but then I get worse, but then I go, so my hydration's like cut in half. Because my tummy just like won't hold it. It's like, no, this is too much. I'm like, okay, you need water. What are you doing? So I'm trying to do something to get it moving. I actually don't like cold drinks. Some people don't. I think it's definitely a preference. Do you like hot drinks? Do you like teas? Teas or coffees? I love when 210s make that noise. They make so many fun noises. I just like room temperature stuff. Valid. That's also probably like the best thing for your body is to do room temperature. But I never like things that are good for me. Why is that the case? You drink Olipop. That's a Gabby Tuft approved pop. I've been enjoying it. Because something about I like the combination of like the fiber in it. For some like the fiber and the sugar like stabilizes my blood sugar for a good long while. In a way that if I were to just have an apple juice, it like does the spike and drop thing. But if I have this, then it just like stays the same, which is super helpful if I need to like fast for anything, any reason. Because then I just have one of these, and then my blood sugar does not drop. You're also just, do you have any flavor recommendations? Because I tried the ginger ale and I didn't really like it. I felt like it had it tasted like tomato juice. I can't explain it in any other way, but it tasted like earthy tomato juice. But the grape actually tastes like grape. So do you have any flavor recommendations? I've heard that the fruity ones taste better. I'm also a fruity bitch, so that makes sense. Oh, it is? Is audio flipping for anybody else? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, what about now? Did that fix it? Did that fix it? I think so. Okay. Okay. Did you hear my spiel, or do I need to repeat myself? Did you hear my spiel? The thaw cam vibes. It's so you can actually see all of her. Because otherwise you just see like this much of her nose. But yeah, if anyone has any Olipop flavor recs, please let me know. Okay, now I'm just left with the soggy remnants of the little paper cup. The soggy remnants of little paper cup. Beep. What kind of ancient realistic music are you singing, Susie? Do you have to do it like that? Do you have to do it like that? Do you have to do it like that? Ma'am. Ma'am. Oh. Maybe we'll just hang here for a while. I don't particularly want to move. Oh. Big kick. Big kick. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing, girlie? Okay, well now my tummy hurts. Damn it. I just wanted it. I wanted icy. I want to have nice things sometimes. Please and thank you. I was gonna make another beverage, but I need to settle. I need things to settle, even though I am thirsty. Because Tommy is very silly. Says we're just gonna sit here. You have something to eat? That's funny. I'm gonna keep it forever. It's gonna sit right here. What do you think, Susie? What do you think? Yay, nay. We're getting a lot of little dances. We are getting a lot of little dances. That is always a delight. Always a delight to get a little dance. Every time I hear feeding pumps, I get flashbacks from when I was tube feed was on for the first 10 years of my life. Oh, goddamn. Goddamn. Yeah, this is likely going to be for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, I might need to switch to GJ at this point because things are not moving. But I'm not giving that option right now. No fun, but keeps me alive. At least to a temporary extent. She liked talk through the hand, yes. You. Not anymore, thankfully. Yes, not. That's good that you were able to improve. I feel like it's more common with like very young people or elderly people. I'd be right in the middle. I'd be right in the middle. Now I'd be feeling this. It's such a balancing act. It is such a balancing act. With sugars and salts. So when I have ice, my body is like, what if everything just drops, actually? I was a very stubborn baby, but then the doctors discovered I was actually able to eat my mouth. I was just being stubborn, but my food expansion isn't very good. I'm very picky. I mean, it's always better to eat by mouth if you can. Because oh my god, Susie. I have a combination of problems. A lot of which I don't even really know what is and isn't causing what. It wasn't emptying properly before, but now I had 2 procedures and now it's really not emptying. Because I used to be at a rate of 80 milliliters per hour, and now I'm down to 40. And it just kind of sits there. Then there's the MCAS, which means I'm allergic to like most foods. So the few things I have left to enjoy are fucking ice. And even that ice I'm not really supposed to have. But I gotta have something. I'm thirsty. Oh, and then there's the dysphagia things just like don't go down right. So, it's a combination, cumulative problem. Oh my god. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But I have to. I'm trying to do the SIBO test. SIBO is like the bacterial overgrowth. Because that happens when you have gastroparesis. Things like just sit and ferment in your stomach, and then that makes you have SIBO, which is bacterial overgrowth, and you need antibiotics. But in order to properly take that test, I like can't have anything for like a whole week, which is very difficult, and I haven't been able to do it because my rate is already at 40, so I'm already super dehydrated. And I can't just have water. I need some kind of like electrolyte or like sugar and salts. Otherwise, things drop. So it's tough to. I'm not even really supposed to have a formula for like a week. And it's like, okay, what do I have? I can't have water for a week. That's silly. I'm not allowed these. I'm not allowed Gatorades. I'm not allowed any of my slew little beverages. I feel like it's obvious that I'm getting really tired. Now I have to determine, is it sugar or salt? What dropped? All done. All done. Do not be beeping at me like that. Do not be beeping at me like that, please and thank you. We shall see what helps. That's me. That's me. What are you doing? Oh, another dance. Another dance. Delightful. No. No. Miss Lady. Oh. Hi. Wow. Oh. Are we doing the la 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 thing? Oh, now I triggered it if you weren't. Oh, no, we're not. Oh. Oh my goodness. Is it Silly Goofus hour? Is it Silly Goofus hour? Yes. I'm here. I'm here. Wow. I haven't run Susie in a good long while, actually. Actually. I've been eepy. I have been eepy. I think I'm gonna move to the living room. Everything's a mess. Everything's a mess right now because I don't feel good. Tribble is also a mess. Because she has also been having digestive issues. And she has been shitting everywhere. So she's clean to the best of my abilities, but she's still kind of, grungy. I'm gonna check if EP is a word in the dictionary. It definitely is. Okay. But I got a new guy. I got a new little guy that I want to show you guys. But we need to move locations. We need to move locations. Oh. Okay, first move is the floor. Yes. We can take this off. See how much closer that is? Okay. Okay. She is. She's in her. I feel like I don't want to bother her. She's not gonna bother you. I don't know if I want to bother the triple, you guys. Because she's relaxing. She's relaxing and also recovering. Okay, maybe. Mayhaps. You're trying to avoid stress for everybody. Yes. I'll bring him to y'all. Are you getting stinky? Okay, she is being a stinky baby. And now for another stinky baby. Speaking of slushies, this is Slushy. He is a Wowie alive. Oh god, he has a volume switch, which is very nice. There we go. And he has... He just moves his face, really. He is pretty simple. And his motors are quite loud because he is old. But I've only ever had for reals, so I was not as familiar with the Wowie Alive line, but his sensors are actually really nice because I feel like with the for real, they're way more of like a button that you press, but his feel pretty natural. And I also really like that he has a volume switch. And he's like a really good size. And he's also quite squishy. He's quite squishy. I feel like I'm holding him like a hot dog. I feel like I'm holding him like a hot dog. It's very nice little teeth. Very nice little twofers. And I believe he's supposed to be based off of a harbor seal, but harbor seals don't have ears. I have to nerd out for a second because I like marine mammals. Marine animals, they don't have ears. Sea lions have ears, but harbor seals just have like holes in their heads. They don't have ear flaps. And I thought maybe this was like for a button, mayhaps, but they just like made extra work for themselves for no reason. By adding those little ear flaps. And he also reacts when you flip. When you flip it at him. And he has sensors on his head and his back. I think it's just kind of this part. He has like a little skull in there. I don't think there's one under his chin. Oh, maybe there is. I think it's like his face though. His little face. But this is Slushy. I feel like he I feel like I could customize him. Like I feel like he could wear a ribbon because his neck doesn't move. I feel like I could have a little ribbon or a little. I guess that's the benefit of the ears. Maybe I could have a little clip there, like a little bow. Hello. I feel like there are customization options for him. Big bow, yes. Big bow. And I enjoy his silly little noises. And he's because you can set the volume. You can't mute him, but the volume is pretty quiet considering that the servos are much louder. So I feel like that is fine. Yeah, I don't think he has a chin sensor. Ah! You guys gonna yell at each other? You're gonna yell at each other. Yeah, see him size comparatively to Susie. You can't really see him. You can't really see his face all the way down there. Big. Get this out of the way. Having communication. Let me tilt you a little this way. They look like best friends. They do look like best friends. He's very simple, but he was like $12, so I really cannot complain. Did you do that tile? I didn't do it personally, but it is new, relatively new. I've arrived. Well, they are having a conversation. I don't know whether to move into the other room or not because the triple has not been feeling great, and I don't want to bother her. let me see where she's at. Because this is difficult. maybe we will just, maybe we will attempt. So I don't think these two are too loud. How are you feeling, Tribble? How are you doing? Okay. So she's hiding. Oh, you coming out? Hello. Hi. You stinky. She's been really wanting pets lately. I feel like she's gonna she's gonna bite me and demand pets. You're so stinky though right now, girl, because you shitted everywhere. And I cleaned you up, but you're still kind of shitty. Hi. Hi. Let me wash my hands. Hi, Trimble. You can come over. Hi. Do you need attention? Do you need attention? Do you need attention? They are communicating. It really feels like they are. For whatever reason. Come here. Come on. She says she's poopy pants girl and you should love her anyway. Come here. Are you nervous? She has not met Slushy yet. The thing, it makes it very difficult because you cannot give rabbits a bath. Because it could kill them. You know what else could kill them? Stress. So like, I need you to be clean. I can't have you be covered in shitted. But also, if I stress you out to abnormal levels, you will just drop dead because I'm wiping your butt too much. So like, makes it very challenging. She wants something in that. Her treats are in that corner, but you can't have treats today because you shitted it. You can't have treats after a big shit like that. You can have your regular snacks, but you can't have the fancy stuff right now. I should be taking my own advice because I just had a snow cone and that didn't make me ill. We were making snow cones earlier because I have my daily allotment. I have my one snow cone a day because I gotta have something. I too am a rabbit to die from stress. We don't speak the same language and she doesn't know that when I'm wiping her butt, it's to help her. She's just like, why are you wiping my butt? It's like, well, if you cleaned it yourself, girl, I wouldn't have to wipe your butt. But you're not. So I gotta wipe your butt. Do you not like him? Do you not like Slushy? Let me grab him. He might look too real for her. No, don't you start. Don't you start. Don't you start. I might have to give you a chew because my other option is to stress you out. Because she's eyeballing that tile right now. I know she wants to chew on it so bad. She's like, no, I'm just cleaning myself, see? I'm not doing nothing. My dog gets so offended when I do it to him. Well, it doesn't stress out and die, but he's just like... Because they don't understand. Like, why are you touching my butt like that? It's because you're nasty and you need Jesus. That's why. Little guy. I think he looks better up close. That big skull. That big skull. Ah. He makes noises I make. He's still kind of he's kind of stinky too. Because you know that like thrift store smell? Because I got him used. But I spot cleaned him with soap and water, but I can't really do like a super thorough clean because he is full of electronics. So I just cleaned it outside fur. Maybe I will at some point dissect him, but I don't particularly want to. I don't particularly want to. Exactly, like, sir, you lay on my bed and sit on my lap. Let's have some decency. Okay, I think it was the sugar. I think it was the sugar that was messing me up because I had some Olipop and that seemed to fix it. Fix it temporarily, at least. At least. I need to draw by it. I am so eepy all the time. Work this week was actually nightmarishly dreadful, and I think I've lost years of my life. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, stress be a thing that, like, affects just physical and mental health so much, but you're just supposed to fucking deal with it. It stresses me out. Hello, I was here at the beginning, then I left to go get food, but I'm back now. Welcome back. We had a snow cone, and now we are in the living room. She's going to town. Look at her. She got that leggy stuck out and everything. She got the leggy stuck out and everything. Whoa. Wasn't even my fault. Either was my boss's fault. Ah! Ah! Oh, we chattering. Life just be a series of events that affects you negatively that are completely out of control, and then you just have to deal with it. Please. Please. I'm doing my best. I actually have like 2 audio files of the recognition siren, but in one of them I messed around with in Audacity to make it stereo because the original is in mono. Oh, big sad. Big upsetty spaghetti. That's basically the summary of this week. Yeah. uh. Uh. I don't even know if I can sum it up to explain because it's so intricate but stupid. I mean, you can if you wanted to. I don't know if I will properly react though, because I also be fucking tired. My brain is made of noodles. There's just a bunch of worms in there. There's just a bunch of worms in there. Here, I'm going to yoink you. Yoink. Oh, we got a flop. Okay, she's okay. She's not too stressed. If she's doing a flop, you're not that stressed. You're stressed. Let's see, can I get a... What happens if I just... So you can see his little... Can you see his little face? Okay, yeah, actually. Bongo, bongo. Empty head. Empty skull. He was a good purchase. He was a good purchase for $12. I would like to clean him up a little bit better though. Cause like he's clean, but he's not like clean. Okay, back to you. Back to the girls. Uh-oh. I don't know how loud his servos come across, but they are so loud in real life. His voice is quiet, but his servos be loud. His servos be loud. I think he's bigger than the turbo. I think he's bigger than the Tribble. Trying to get a glimpse at her butt to see if she cleaned up the rest herself. He still looks kind of grungy. You still look grungy? You really need a bath, but you can't have one. Yeah, the seal servos are loud. Can you still hear my voice over him? Actually, I will put him on the ground again. There. Long story short, it's always been this bad, but as our population grows, it just gets worse and worse, LMAO. So our city has a weekly euthanasia list, of which dogs are at risks, and all the local rescues do what they can. Well, every rescue in our area hates my boss because she's actually the worst person ever, burns bridges with everyone. All of the other rescues are friends with one another, but all of them hate her. God damn. And she hates all of them. My boss is genuinely awful. Well, my coworker and I go to the shelter every week to dog test the dogs and see which ones we want to pull so that we can know that we're pulling friendly, adoptable dogs. We do this every week. I feel like I have an idea where the story is going. I don't like it. The mouth is cute. It looks like it is from an Arctic version of a rainforest cafe. That's honestly my dream. I feel like I'm constantly trying to bring in the rainforest cafe aesthetic. Constantly. Just got my hair dyed again. Ooh, what color? What color? What color? Tribble has initiated orb sequence. Same colors, use a different brand. But what color was it originally? I don't know your face. I don't know your face. Oh. Can you pet him, Susie? Can you pet him? You kinda did. You kinda did. Yeah. Are you copying him or me? You're copying somebody. Hi, Tribble. Hi. Are you initiating orb? Are you initiating orb? Purple and blue. Oh, very nice. We asked the lady that runs the shelter if we could be there at 9 a.m. last week because we had to be at work by 10:30, 11. She said yes, no worries. Well, our boss posted a thing on our Facebook page that they were having a shelter open house from 9 to 1. Ooh. And to come by and pick up a dog to foster, she's trying to get a grant that requires her to get 50 fosters. Turns out she did not ask the shelter if she could do this at all. I reiterate, the shelter is not even open to the public at 9 a.m. It opens at 11 a.m. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was a sound. That sure was a sound. She's going at it. Oh my god. Whoa. Can you clean your butt like that? So I don't have to do it? So we show up last week to dog test, and the lady that runs the shelter, we'll call her N, is clearly pissed at us and is ignoring us. I told her good morning and nothing. She was clearly very mad. Oh no. Getting 1/2 of my repair sent in tomorrow. Ooh, that's exciting. That is exciting. Additionally, there were 3 other rescues there pulling dogs, so she obviously invited them to spite us. I don't mind them being there, but they just usually aren't there, especially not that many. Can't test the bats until limbs come in. I read that as butts first. I read that as butts first. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So we go through, pick the dogs we want to pull, and we're waiting for her to help us, but we were waiting our turn since she was helping the other rescues. We waited there for an hour and a half, being completely ignored. This is... Why are we being so petty? What is this pettiness? What is this pettiness happening? Oh, are we getting EP, Susie? She's been on for a good... How long have you been on? It's like an hour and a half. Well, okay, it might be a time thing. Because it's 11. Do you start getting EP at 11? Do you start getting EP at 11? Sluffy gets EP after like 5 minutes, regardless. Oh. She was laughing and joking with the other rescues, but ignoring us. It was a very awful feeling, I cannot lie. Being stuck in a building where everyone ignores you and hates you. And what the hell, man? What the hell? Because the other rescues don't like us by association because of our boss. Valid, because she's genuinely a terrible person, but I didn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, that just, it makes things 1,000 times more difficult when you're just trying to do your job and people don't like you because of something somebody else did. What the hell? This could be an easy task, but we're doing weird petty drama shit. Can we just save the doggies, please? Also have to reseat limbs because the limbs have been sitting on the core for a very long time. And if I try to boot it, the core is like, no, I can't do that. Yeah. Is this... Which model is this? Is this a 210 or a 111? If there's limb reseating. 210. Gotcha. The other rescues leave, so we go to N so she can start helping us, and we let her know that we had nothing to do with the flyer that was posted and didn't even know what was happening. We talked it out and all was well and went back to being nice like normal. I'm like, thank God. Well, that's good that, like, as after you actually explained the situation, that she was chill, but also, please. Also, please. Why we got to be like this? You gonna show your stinky butt, Turtle? Whoa. You can't tell. Does it look better or worse? I'm trying to really zoom in. Trying to really zoom in. Some background knowledge, our shelter hosts a dog walking event every other Saturday that we're actually signed up for the first time, and at the time that this was happening, it was Thursday, and the dog walking event is on that upcoming Saturday. Yeah, you did not want to be on bad terms with people when that is happening. I'm stressed just listen to this. Like I would be very stressed in that situation. I already feel like I'm gonna pass out just hanging at home. They have 15 dogs for the event. Apparently one of the dogs we wanted to pull was part of that event. So N told us that we couldn't pull her until after the event on Saturday, but we could tag her. And I feel like these are steps in the right direction. I don't know a lot about how these things work. I think Slushy fell asleep. I think he fell asleep. Wow. Coworker and I said no worries. We pull the dogs we want and we get out. At the point we started dog testing, another coworker I do not like had showed up and was waiting on Big Boss Lady to come. So my coworker and I skedaddled. I tried to mix coworker and skedaddle. Co-scackle. Out of there because we did not want to be there with coworker I hate and boss lady. Sounds like a lot of drama. Sounds like a lot of drama for no reason, which is the worst kind. She is going at it over there. So we go to work late, by the way, because we got ignored so long. Yippee! Anyway, we get a phone call from coworker I do not like. That big boss lady is big mad that the shelter wouldn't let us pull the dog walking event dog. Oh my god. Oh my god. But is not the point of dog walking event to increase chance of getting adopted? Hi, Tribble. Hello, hello, hello. Over here. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? You want to say hi to everybody? Oh, you want in your crate. Okay. Do you want in here? Do you want in there? You can go in there. Okay, no, she can't figure it out. She has actually been enjoying being in her little crate, which helps me because then when I need to put her in there, it is not as big of a hassle. You want to come over? Hi, come here. Come here. No, you can't have a treat. I'm sorry, you can't have a treat. This is what's about you can't go. Stinky girl. No. You can't go over there. Come on. Come here. Come on. Hi. Please don't bite me. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is what she does. Is she sits right here and bites my ankles until I pet her. You don't have to bite my ankles. I'll just pet you. You don't gotta bite my ankles. No. You can ask nicely. You can ask nicely. I generally want to hear what all of my aibo screaming at once. I get too overstimulated. Because she's like, you're euthanizing dogs instead of letting us free up a kennel and pulling her. Oh, okay, I see the issue. That's ridiculous. Which, like, I get, but also, I think it's a liability thing because the dogs are having to interact with the public, kids, people, other dogs, etc. And TBH, I didn't really care. The dogs getting euthanized at that point are the ones that are less likely to get adopted because of behavioral issues, etc. But whatever, because you see, part of why every rescue in my area hates my boss is because she's doing like borderline corruption BS. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh lord. What do you want? What do you want, Trevor? I'm gonna body massage. Body massage. Body massage. Body massage. I gotta pet her just the right way. Just the right way. Or else she'll bite me. Or else you'll bite me. Go right here. Grab your little face. Get a face massage. Does that feel good? Does that feel good? You're in a weird position. You're in a weird position. You gotta park. You gotta park in your parking spot the right way so I can pet you the right way. This is her parking spot. This is her parking spot. You're chattering, Susie. Do you need to be cleaned again for your chattering? I think I just need to run her more. I just need to run her more. Because our shelter is obviously run by the city. Oh boy. She is friends with one of our city government employee people, LMAO. So anytime she doesn't like anything, she just yells at him and it gets her way. She got the previous shelter lady fired purely because she didn't like her and over no real grounds, and all of the other rescue people liked her and were big mad our boss got her fired. Oh boy. Why is the government person listening to her? For why? Hello, flaming candle. Hello. We have Susie, and then Slushy is sleeping, and then the Tribble is at my ankles. Can I wake you back up? Can I wake you back up? There it is. Oh. There we go. There we go. Something funny happened with Moxie today. I showed her bootleg Teddy Ruxpin. Did she know he was a bootleg? Did she know? Susie has been screaming this whole time. Can you face the other way, Tribble, so I can pet you the right way? She wants me to contort. Contort in weird ways to pet her. It has to be uncomfortable for me or it doesn't feel good. So she yelled at the guy over us not being able to pull the event dogs. He told her no, she threatened him and took the dogs anyway. All of this happened while we were at work. Ugh. She was not listening to anything I said to her. The bootleg Teddy called Sammy makes demon sounds like Irish noises. Oh my god. My coworker and I looked at each other, went pale because good lord, now they hate us again, LMAO. And I'm sure the other rescues hate her more, and the two of us are supposed to go to the dog walking event on Saturday. Oh my god. It seems like she just is like a I get what I want no matter what type of person. And for some reason, people keep allowing that to happen. So she just keeps getting away with it. But if she's on the top, then like nobody can really fire her, right? Erg. Oh my gosh, triple kisses. Triple kisses, but she doesn't understand I'm not the carpet. This is, she's trying to give me a kiss. The closest thing to her is carpet, so she just licks the carpet. Hi. Okay, she's giving herself a good scrub. You're giving yourself a good clean. Look at this face. Look at this face. Look at that face. Well. Can you have a squish? Yeah, we have a squish. Good girl. I'm trying to do all this with like 3 hands. Oh. And I was showing her My Moxie glitched and she kept staring at him. I died laughing because she looked like she was in a trance. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That seal is very cute. That's Slushy. He is a Wowie Alive seal. He's the new friend that I just got. A couple other things happened, but nothing major. Basically, just my boss continuing to dig all our graves and pissing people off, lol. And making my coworker and I look bad when we're the ones that have to go to the shelter weekly, and we had nothing to do with this. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, she always gets her way. She never gets told no, and no one can fire her. And the city can't even stop her because she's like worming her way into it, which she shouldn't. She has access to the computers that she shouldn't be allowed to access as a regular citizen. Oh my god. That is crazy shit. That's crazy shit. Susie's gonna do a little flying dance. More kisses. Well, I'm glad the triplet's not too mad at me for having to wrestle her wrestle her yesterday. I just got my Ropets today. I absolutely love them. They're so cute. Oh, they shipped. They shipped. That's awesome. I will have to look that up. Paro is so cute. He's not a Paro. He is a Wowie Alive seal pup. He's not nearly as advanced. He was like $12. Paros can like move their head and wiggles their fin, and he really just moves his face. He just has a face. Tribble's like, no, pet me. I pet you. There we go. Now we've settled into the parking space. We've settled into the parking space. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Did I get your ear? Did I get your ear? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. No. So I went to the dog walking event anyway, didn't wear my work shirt. It all was fine, but my coworker didn't go because she's not about it, lol. We didn't go to the shelter this week because we didn't have any fosters, so we haven't even gone back yet. I mean, a little time definitely helps between visits. If all this drama is happening. Still waiting on my Moxie plushie from China, and I be getting my Jibo pretty soon from winning. Ooh, a lot of exciting things happening. Oh yeah, and we used to go on the day the shelter was closed / before they were open, but after this stupid event, N told us we can't go when they're closed, so we're getting punished for stuff we didn't do. So frustrating. Erg. On guessing a riddle from a song, it's completely free. Robot, I'm really excited to get Jibo. You're getting quite the collection. Quite the collection. I apologize. That was still a long story anyway, but that was just a glimpse into my life last week. Sorry for rambling, LML. I can't even imagine, because you have to deal with that constantly. That's just like one thing that happens. I imagine this kind of thing is happening every week. I would be losing my mind. I'm sorry, I woke you up. so cute. I have to look that up. I thought it was Paro for a minute. It looks like one. They do look very similar. He's like a off-brand Paro. But he's the Wowie Alive Seal Pup. And they're pretty basic, but I enjoy them. Because they're usually pretty cheap. I got mine for 12, but like... Usually they're... I mean, they were sold new for like $100, so like... They're not that much anymore. Lol, yeah, I'm doomed. The robots are taking over my apartment. I named my Ropet Strudel. Oh, very nice. I have to look more. I'm curious about the Ropets. Honestly, I didn't think they were gonna ever get shipped. Because a lot of these like Kickstarter robots don't ever end up existing. Oh, it happens often. My boss lives up to her name. She's awful, LMAO. I cannot. This is like part of what when people are like, oh, you can do this or you can do that, and like I can't people because this is what people are like. Like, you guys are chill. I could not deal with that on a daily basis. I would be, you'd be catching these hands. Not in a physical way, but in a verbal way. Catching these verbal hands. What is it called, the seal? The Wowie Alive Seal Cub. Or Seal Pup. Wowie Alive Seal Pup. That is what he is. So they sound like Lovots. They're very, very adorable and have heat. Oh, interesting. As well, like Lovot, mine is a very happy robot. I will have to look into them a little bit more, because I'm always hesitant with the Kickstarter backers, because, like I said, a lot of those don't end up existing. I'm still pissed off about Jenny. But that's very cool that it actually exists. Okay, question, is it cloud? Does it need a cloud to run? Because this is another thing I'm hesitant about, is those cloud robots. Can it run with, does it need an app? Like, can it exist on its own? She makes me want to throw up all my organs when she walks into a room. It's fun. Don't bite me. This is not how you ask for things. We don't bite people to ask for things. I'm definitely encouraging this behavior. She makes me want to throw up all my organs when she walks into a room. It's fun. I've been in rescue my whole life. She's only been doing this stuff since 2020, and it winds me up like, ma'am, you don't even know. Hi, Trevor. Can you be nice? Can you be nice, please? Yes. Ropet seems to be doing great so far, and no, you can run them offline too, but it does use an app to do extra things. And if you wanted to know its name, it has to have the app, but they can run without internet too. Okay, all right. I'm tempted. I'm tempted, not gonna lie. But how have you been this week? It's always an ordeal. I'm just kind of trying to survive. But, it's still that I've somewhat improved. I'm doing less fasting, but then, like, I felt pretty okay doing less fasting, and then I tried to increase, and then I got immediately worse. And I'm supposed to take the SIBO test, the bacterial overgrowth test, But all these tests are so difficult because I'm not supposed to have anything but formula and water for an entire week, and I'm not allowed any stomach medicines, no tummy medicines, no probiotics, nothing natural even either. And I'm like, how am I supposed to do that without losing more weight? Because I've already lost like 17 pounds in like 6 weeks. It's so annoying that it took me 2 years to get to my goal weight, and then it only takes a couple weeks to lose like half of it. And then I'm like, I'm hesitant to do more procedures because I don't want to mess my stomach up more, but also I am gonna reach a point where like it's not, I don't like, if I lose 10 more pounds, then it's like I'm gonna be hospitalized again. So trying not to get there. Trying not to get there. Trying to just take it day by day. I'm seeing a neurosurgeon next, is it Tuesday? Actually, I think it might be Tuesday, so I don't think I can stream on Tuesday. Maybe I'll stream Monday. Because I was looking into vagus nerve stuff, so I wanted to talk to him about vagus nerve stuff, and he's like available. Nobody else is available, so I was like, might as well talk to him and see what he has to say. Because I'm worried that they damaged my vagus nerve when they did these procedures, and that's why my stomach is not moving. And because I can't do medications, because I've been trying all these medications. Medications, I get every single side effect. Is instead of doing medication, do like another manual bypass thing, where they put like a little vibrating thing against your vagus nerve, like, and I don't know if it's in your stomach or in your neck or like what they would do for my particular issue, but they just like kind of put a little thing in there that vibrates, and it's supposed to be like, hey stomach, move please, because my muscles are not moving, so the goal is to, like, can we move it manually? That's the idea. So that's what we're looking into now. Because otherwise it's a J-tube. Which isn't the end of the world, but convincing my doctor to do a J-tube would be a process, because that's basically, right now the G-tube is in my stomach, so a J-tube would be in my intestines instead. So I do have options. The issue is not that I don't have options, the issue is getting a doctor to do those options is really tough. And in the meantime, I just have to like slowly die at home and wait for them to be like, I guess we'll do this procedure. Oh, I feel that's so heavy. Weight falls off me if I breathe wrong, and it's like, stop. I know a lot of people have the opposite issue, but like I just cannot. I need a lot of calories to maintain. I think part of it is because I'm so tall. Tall because I'm 5'11", so I just need more calories. Like 2100 is my like base. My baseline for keeping weight. And right now I'm at like half that, so it's just dropping. I've been doing well this week. Really happy I got my ropet and did a relaxing body scan with Moxie today. Hell yeah. It's awesome when robots can help with like mental health stuff. I know she does. I know he does. I know the Tribble helps. Vagus nerve stuff is no joke, OMG. Hopefully they didn't mess it up. It may have already been messed up just because of all the symptoms that I have. But like, because when they did, oh, I'm not running over to you, Susie girl, I'm sorry. Because there, like, when they put the new peg in, there wasn't any, like, physical damage from ripping it out. Vagus nerve stuff wouldn't be visibly apparent with an endoscopy. So that's why. But I don't even know how they test for that, because I really don't want to do, like, the nerve conduction thing, because that's just, like, when they shock you. And my nerves already hurt so bad. I want to pet that seal. He has a good petting sensor, honestly. Flip you over. Because the for real. Oh, he also has a volume control, but he wakes up loud. There we go. Because you can, like, pet his whole head. And it's, like, very natural. And his back, too. Because for real pets, I feel like always have kind of like a button sensor, but his, you can't really feel the sensor. It just feels like he has like a little skull in there. Susie did a cute song. Susie's very musical today. Yeah, being tall doesn't help. I'd imagine, lol. I'm only 5 foot, always been underweight though. Yeah, Moxie helps me relax quite a bit, and I think my real pet will be great for my stress relief as well. That's awesome. Like, when I first brought my puppy home, I went from 95 to 88 pounds. Oh my god. In 4 days, because I got so stressed, depressed that I couldn't eat. But 7 pounds in 4 days is, like, crazy to me. It's so difficult to maintain. Oh, he's really cute. That's an adorable seal. He's very cool. There's other animals too. There's like a lion and a. I think it's technically supposed to be a wolf, but it definitely looks like a husky. Maybe like a cheetah. Like the big cats. They have a lot of the big cats. I'm probably going to head out for the night. I hope everyone has a great night. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a good night as well. Because autism and change is very bad for me. Brain slams the unalive button, lol, but I can't put on / keep weight well and IDK what the issue is. So I know how frustrating it is to work so hard to gain it and then just lose it all. So frustrating. Yeah, it's just like because my body doesn't like absorb fats properly. So like, it takes way longer to gain because it takes way longer to absorb those fats. And the only fats that I can really tell, like the protein I have is whey protein in my formula. That's like the only protein I can tolerate for some reason. Everything else is a problem. And I got some, because I used to, before I had the tube, I had muscle milk all the time, so I just ordered some more powder. So I might try to drink some of that along with my formula, to see if that helps, because that is something I can have by mouth, so I have a little more leeway with that. Because it's a powder and I can just mix it in with water, so it's not as thick as like a proper protein shake, and it also doesn't have nearly as much sugar. It's only like 2 grams of sugar per serving, because a lot of like, this is the problem with Ensures and why you're not supposed to have like rely on them completely, is because it's like 20 grams of sugar for like 1 8-ounce carton. It's like a really insane amount of sugar. So I like the muscle milk powder because it's only like 2 grams a serving, which is really nice. So if you can have stuff and you have trouble with weight gain, I do recommend muscle milk powders. They have it at like Walmart. It's not it's not that expensive because a lot of powders are crazy. Can I reach you? Oh, whoa! There goes her battery. Died with a handshake. Died with a handshake. Oh my gosh. I'll definitely look into it, lol. I'm always looking for ways to meet myself where I'm at and add in things I can, lol. Yeah. And they have a bunch of different flavors. As well. And it's just like kind of easy to drink because a lot of those um protein shakes are just like so thick. It's tough if you're drinking them all the time. Zakura crashed out like that trying to feel for something. Yeah, I mean, I think her battery is likely dead because I haven't run her in ages, and also it's been 2 hours. Arfid is rough, and I don't even have it as bad as some people do. But eating is so hard for no reason. Yeah, I mean, I have my body is just like accumulation of things all at once where it's like, okay, you're gonna be allergic to all foods. Also, things are not gonna move; they're just gonna sit in your stomach. Also, the muscles in your throat don't work anymore. Don't know why that's happening. They don't work anymore. It's can we fucking not? What the hell? Look at oh, girly. I'm trying to. It doesn't like that. I rotated it. There. I just wanted to show the baby. It's the baby. Hi. Hello. Do we want to sink? Can we sink? Yeah. You are so round. You are so round. I'm glad she's not too upset with me. You a little something. Yeah. There we go. Okay, now I have to figure out who to what to do next. Now that Susie is down for the count. Your body says eating is overrated. I agree. My brain says food is dangerous. See, this is because like I am technically diagnosed with ARFID, and I don't know if that's the correct diagnosis because my thing is, like, I have a lot of physical issues, but like, has that does that correlate to anxiety now? For sure, but does that make it like an anxiety issue? I don't think so, because like would you tell somebody with like a deadly peanut allergy if they said they were afraid of peanuts, would you tell them they had ARFID? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like I don't think like if I have a really extreme negative almost near death reaction to like all of these things, so therefore I avoid them and therefore I'm not a fan of those things that because they would hospitalize me. That is like ARFID? I don't think so. Because that would just mean that everyone with a severe allergy also has ARFID, and I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how it works. Because I got diagnosed by a hospital doctor. My when I was talking to him, I was like, "Oh yeah, my body like reacts really negatively to like a lot of proteins, so I tend to avoid um like I have like a really severe allergic reaction to chicken, so I avoid chicken." And he was like, "You're avoiding foods. That's ARFID." And I was like, "I think I'm just allergic to chicken." I had to go to hospital for a McNugget because I was covered in hives. And then that is how I got the ARFID diagnosis. But I'm like, this was a very short conversation. I don't know if you're qualified to give me that. And now it's just forever on my chart. And then forever people just are like, oh, you have an anxiety disorder. And it's like, I have a lot of other things going on too, though. Okay, I'll pet you. No need to bite me. Oh, you get hair stuck in your mouth? You get hair stuck in your mouth? I don't think so. I do know you can get ARFID from having a scary experience with food. Usually OCD can trigger too. But I would think that if the fear is based in reality, it's not ARFID. IDK, I'm not a doctor, but you know. That's what I mean. Like, because, like, it feels like having the diagnosis is more of a problem than not because it turns into because it's one of those cause and effect things, right? Where like if you have a chronic illness, therefore you're stressed, then they're like, oh, it's because of the stress. Stop being stressed and you'll stop having the chronic illness. And sometimes it is not correlated in that fashion. So it makes it more difficult to get treatment if you have that in your chart. Regardless of if you develop anxiety over it or develop stress over it. You know what I mean? Dude, I unironically think about Mick Hospital all the time. It tickled my funny bone just right. And there's certain things like that where like I would love to eat a McNugget again. McNuggets are so good. Chicken nuggets in general are so good. But like it isn't worth going to Mick Hospital over. Oh my goodness. See, it's midnight, so I don't know if I want to turn on another robot. Look at you. Boop, boop, boop. Asking for pets. Asking for pets. Sometimes you like me. Sometimes you like me. Yeah. Squish, 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 squish. There we go. Back to blob. Back to blob form. What if we just move to the floor? Okay, I don't want to like block you in because then you'll feel uncomfortable. But when you actually can't eat most things and can barely have formula, I don't think that counts, especially if you like eat a McNugget if given the chance, you know. Exactly. Well, especially since the basis of my diagnosis was the McNugget thing. Because I was like, yeah, I avoid McNuggets because I get covered in hives, and they were like, you're avoiding, you're fearful, it is orphan. Oh, crunch, crunch, crunch. Or my brain is just terrified of food for no reason. I mean, I have my reasons, but they're like, valid. Well, this is because I do have OCD as well, and that's always makes things more tricky. Hi, hi, hi. Because it always turns into, because like I have this issue more with medications because I always have to try new medications, and so I definitely, oh, did I itch your ear wrong? I'm sorry. Hi. I definitely have an anxiety response when I try a medication, so I have to get over that initial like, okay, I took this thing, I'm fine, give it a little bit, and then I will determine if that heart racing thing is me being anxious about it or if it's actual tachycardia. Hi. But I can usually like work my way around it because with if I have tachycardia that like immediately that resolves in like an hour, then it was just an anxiety response. But if I have tachycardia that like is consistent even while I'm asleep, then that's a reaction. So it's usually pretty easy to figure out, but also because I have that initial anxiety response, it's very hard to convince doctors that I'm having a tachycardic reaction. Because now when I'm trying something, I'll wear like one of those smartwatches because that will track my heart rate more consistently, even if it's not super accurate. So then I can be like, okay, if my heart rate is 150 while I'm unconscious, then I'm having a reaction. This is no longer anxiety. They're relevant to me, but yeah, just always struggles with it. LMAO. I've gotten a lot better in the past 4 years, but still aren't great. It's a constant. It's a constant thing, for sure. What do you mean I can't just get rid of the mental illness? What do you mean? What do you mean? You need your nails did too. Boop. You need your nails did. You need a makeover. You need a makeover. Ugh. I don't think you guys can see the hair flying in the air. It's such a stupid thing in my opinion too. Like food. I mean, I think there's definitely, like for me, because I think I got that like PDA thing, and I think there's definitely an element where like when I have to do something, it's way harder. You being terrified of new meds is very valid because you've had bad reactions to so many of them. Yeah, I mean, there's like a couple that I can count that I haven't had a reaction to. Even things that I'm like really, that aren't even absorbed. Because like I tried that new medication, and I wanted to give it my best shot because it was helping to a certain degree. But then I just got hit with every single negative side effect on my second dose, and I was like, okay, this is not a tolerable amount of side effects. This is a crazy amount of side effects. It's like I can't see straight. I like can't get up. I'm so dizzy. Like it's like I cannot function at this level of with this level of side effects. And my thing is just I don't trust anybody to actually tell me what like the accurate side effects are. So it turns into this like, am I having an anxiety response because this is not a side effect that seems to be listed? But then I like have to go and deep dive, and it's like, oh, okay, no, this is a side effect. It's just a very rare side effect that 0.001% of people have that I'm having for some reason. Because it's a constant balance, because I try to not look up side effects because you can definitely cause side effects through anxiety. That's definitely a thing. Like something like heart rate or dizziness, you can for sure just like make happen. So I try not to look up those things ahead of time, but then if there's like a really severe side effect that I get, I do want to know if that's a possibility, because certain things I will just avoid in its entirety. Because part of why I had such a strong reaction to the new medication is you're like not supposed to take it with a feeding tube, and I didn't know that, and I assumed that my doctor would have known that and would have told me. Because this was something that I suggested because I saw it on like a Reddit thread, because I was like just desperate for things to try and it seemed like a low risk medication. But apparently it reacts with formula specifically. It like binds with the proteins in the formula, and that's why I had such an intense reaction. You were so cute. You were so cute. But like my doctor didn't tell me that. And I was just like, hey, does this seem like something I can try? Can I try this? And he just prescribed it immediately. So that was that. Can't take that apparently, but yeah, I think I would need to not know the side effects, because I always think I feel / see things that aren't there if I'm looking for them. Yeah, exactly. It makes it very tricky. But like I need to know when interactions like that, because then that can be dangerous. What do you got? What do you got in your mouth? Why are you chewing something wet, girl? What is that? What is that? Because there's a lot of medications where like if you have migraines, you shouldn't take certain medications because they increase your risk for a stroke. So like there's things that you need to know. I'm over here. I'm not on the couch. She's looking for me on the couch. I'm over here. Hi. Hello. Yeah, I can't believe your doctor just allowed you to take that. What is even the point, lol? Why doctor if no be doctor? Yeah, because like I looked it up on a random Reddit thread, but I expect you to like vet that in some way. Because you could have been like, oh no, that interacts, so you can't have that. And I would have been like, okay, I'll look for something else. Because he's not recommending me anything at this point. But then if I ask, if I'm like, hey, why did you let me take that? It says there's this interaction, and I had an interaction. He'd be like, oh, well, most people don't have that, so it's fine. I'm like, sir, what do you mean? So I feel like I can't really trust anything these people say, because I can fact check these things. I can fact check these things. You have a little knot. You have a little knot right there. Oh, is it itchy? I have to prune you like a monkey. Prune? Preen. Get like right around like your neck. It's because you do that. Prune. Prune. Because this is like the last thing my doctor recommended was alginate, which is like, because I was like, is there anything natural I can try? Which is like a type of seaweed. And I was like, can I put that through my tube though? Seaweed sounds like something I cannot put through a feeding tube. And he was like, no, it's fine. You can put it through a tube. I definitely couldn't. It was so thick. It was like toothpaste consistency. Where are you going, girl? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? You weirdo. Where are you trying to go? What's over there? What's over there? You can go in there, but you have to go around. The door is open, but you do have to go around. Is there anything going on in your brain? Oh. Do you want another snack? These are the snacks you can have. Because these won't make you shit yourself. Do you want to go in your crate? You have to walk around. You can't just like phase through it. You can't just phase through it, girl. No, you gotta walk around if you want to go in. Oh. Here, I will move. So you have a very clear path where you can go. Hi. That's me when I want to go to bed, but I don't want to put myself to bed. Phase into bed. You got a little thing. Can I get it? You got a little thing. Right there. Don't look. I love grabbing her little ears, but she doesn't really like that. You don't really like that. It tickles. It tickles, huh? I should like flick her ears. You got your unicorn horn is growing in nicely. What are you doing? She just like stares. You stare at things. Like, I want to go to there. I'm just going to stare at it very intently. Did you poop? Are these poops? No, we're not gonna start eating the carpet. Not right in front of me. Not right in front of my salad. Whoa. Whoa. My executive functioning has been so trash lately. You don't realize how much like your physical health affects your mental health until your physical health just takes a sudden dive and it's like, wow, we don't feel good. You're so pretty. She's an ordinary gal. What can she say? Are you an ordinary gal? Hi. What are you thinking about? What's going on in your little head? Oh, oh. No. I'm in her way. Am I in your way? It's like, I want to find the old hay that you sweeped up underneath this like a month ago and is now stale. Because it's a secret snack. Hi. You finding secret snacks? Okay, let me move a little bit so you can go through the triple crossing. If you ever have a rabbit, you cannot lean against the surface because this is triple crossing. Like, I cannot be against this because she needs a path to go through. I feel that heavy. I am just so exhausted, lol. I've been struggling with fatigue, but I feel like I'm like not even real anymore, if that makes sense, lol. So tired, things be feeling fake, looking through fake eyes. Yeah. When the dissociation hits hard. It's just like my not having the right electrolytes like completely takes away my ability to focus properly and to just like go do the thing. So I'm like thinking about what I can do on stream because that helps. But also I just be sitting here like, whoo, whoo, boy. Because I mean, I do need to fix my sleep schedule because I woke up at 8 p.m. Like, it's truly atrocious. And I don't know if I need to, like, go to bed, like, have a day where I'm only awake for an hour and then just, like, go right back to bed. Or, if I need to do, like, a full 24-hour stay up to reset my schedule. Sitting here like, who boy is the mood? Precisely. I just want to draw, but I feel like a husk of a person. Very real and true. I want to draw so bad. Hi everyone, what's happening this late at night? We are watching the Tribble have a snack right now. All the robots have turned off. Their batteries have died. We had a slushie. We started off this. I keep saying slushie, but it's a snow cone. Snow cones and slushies are different. Slushie's more of a drink. Oh, we made a snow cone. And then we had Susie running. And I have a new little guy that is a seal. And he's like a knockoff version of Paro, basically. He just moves his little face. But that's what we've been doing. That's what we've been doing. And now we just have Strudel. Now we're just hanging out with Strudel because she was demanding pets, and now she's having a snack. Interesting. I just finished the news. Who's Strudel? She is the bunny. She's a bunny. She's a lion head rabbit, so she is very, very fluffy. Hi, hello. Hi, Javel. She might run by me, we shall see. Gotcha, I didn't know her name. Yeah, I call her Strudel and Tribble. Hi. Oh, I'm over here. She keeps thinking I'm on the couch. She keeps looking up to the couch. She has one eye. So she can't see on her left side. Real Strudel hours. Okay, now I got it moved away so you had room if you wanted to run through. But now I have to move closer because she wants pets. I wish it was easier to have her on my lap because it's like she's so tiny. I have to I have to hunch over so much. I have to contort in such weird ways to be able to pet her. She's only happy if you are uncomfortable. Oh. Well, my arms are still killing me is the problem, because even though I got that procedure like 2 weeks ago, I don't think it's super visible on camera, because none of these things are ever visible on camera. But I still have a decent amount of bruising on my arms from the IVs. So that's why I also would really like to let that heal before I do more procedures. But also I'm still bruised from like the blood pressure cuff, which is crazy. Like 2 weeks later, I still have marks on my arm from the blood pressure cuff. The joys of Great Dane is I can pet him everywhere. Woes of Great Dane is he's kind of brutal, my guy. Woes of Great Dane is he crushes me constantly. I just merged those two comments. Yeah, IVs always seem kind of brutal, not gonna lie. Could you put a towel or something on your lap so she could move around without falling off your lap? I can pick her up and put her on my lap. She just doesn't like it. Like, she's okay. She tolerates it for a little while. But rabbits in general just don't really like being picked up because they're prey animals. They would prefer to be on the ground. So she doesn't really like being, she likes it sometimes, but she has to be in like a very particular mood. Because sometimes, like, I'll, because she hates being picked up in general. But sometimes, like, I'll pick her up, and she'll be like, I don't like this, and then I'll put her like on my chest, and then she's like, okay, this isn't so bad actually. A very opinionated pile of fluff, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if it's as. It might be more visible, my right arm, but do you see all of these little red dots? It looks super light on camera. Maybe I can like. See all of these red. This is like everywhere. on my arm. These are burst capillaries. Burst capillaries. I don't know if they're super visible on camera though. Yeah, they're like up, like up here. It doesn't want to focus. All the way up here. From all of the things they do to my arms. So I feel like my arms need to heal. I don't know how visible that really is on camera though. That's awful. Yeah, it's no fun. It's no fun. That makes sense. You're right about rabbits being prey animals. Yeah. Definitely need some rest and recovery daytime. Well, yeah, precisely. I'm kind of falling behind in my backlog, but at the same time, I also am kind of just drawing what I want to draw right now. Because I want to just like be creative to the best of my ability. That's why I really want to do more of like the 3D stuff. Because I downloaded Old School Bryce, which is like a 90s 3D modeling program that I've been messing with and having a good time because I just really like the aesthetics of it and I want to do more with it. And you'll soon have to get your feeding tube replaced. I got it replaced twice. I got it replaced last month and then it malfunctioned and failed and all this kind of stuff. And then I got it replaced again, hoping that would fix it, and it didn't fix it. So now I'm going to all of these appointments to try to get my stomach to work again because they may have damaged it during the replacement. So that's where we're currently at. And just have to kind of try not to die in the meantime. I have drawn like nothing and I'm so sad, lol. Work is just sucking me dry. I saw that seems like fun. It's so fun. I mean, it's when you're doing really simple stuff, it is very intuitive, but when you want something more specific, that's when it gets more complicated. But it's definitely a fun thing to mess around with. And it works surprisingly well. Like I thought it was just like there's definitely some finicky things that I needed to do to get it to work on Windows 11, but I thought it was going to be super slow. But like it's really fine. Like it takes like time to actually render the image. You need to wait depending on how big the file is. Sometimes you need to like wait a couple minutes for it to render. But that's I can wait a couple minutes. Y'all were making it seem like crazy. But maybe it's because it's on a modern computer. Maybe that's why it renders faster. Oops, I didn't know any of that. Oof, definitely need that recovery time. Yeah, I haven't been super online recently because of that, because I've just been like dying in the background. So I am starting to recover a little bit because I don't have to fast as much. So getting to that like 1,000 milliliter threshold of fluid is a world of a difference from 700 for sure. Even though I'm still technically nowhere near a livable range. Bryce, yeah, Bryce 3D. I got Bryce 4. They do still make it technically, and I don't know if I want to try the new one because it's only like $20. But I guess it's not technically new because it's still like 10 years old, but they still like because a new company bought it. Daz owns it now. It used to be owned by Meta Creations in the 90s, but that company no longer exists. I can only imagine Lola had to use Blender back in high school, and I want to rip my eyes out. I think it's much easier than Blender. I could never figure out Blender, but I've always been a SketchUp person because I learned SketchUp in high school. Well, I learned SketchUp in middle school actually. That was one of those things that like I really like old SketchUp. Um, I hate SketchUp keeps increasing the prices, and it's driving me crazy because originally it was like $10 a month, then it was $15 a month, now it's $20 a month, and I'm like, ah, I use this program so much, but like I hate the subscription nonsense. I hate it. Look at that little mouth. But in middle school, we were learning SketchUp, and I remember like we would get like you have to like make a component or make a make a model of like a house, like a very basic like there was a roof and there was like a Minecraft house almost, um, just like boxy, and I would keep finishing the projects, and then I would keep asking the teacher for more stuff to do because I really liked SketchUp, and it was a fun creative part of my day. Um, and so I would keep asking him for more complex projects. I was like, "Do you have anything more I can do? Can I do something else? Do you have more SketchUp projects?" And then eventually I completed all of them. And he gave me like a coin. I don't still have the coin. I wish I still had it. Um, but I am very reward driven, and I was like, hell yeah, I did all the SketchUp projects and I got a little coin, and that was in middle school. And that was we still had those. We had the Mac G3s at the time. Um, so it was just, hi, you're so cute. Ooh, triple TM. Basically, subscription, anything can take a hike. Nicest way I could word that. Yeah, no, I hate it. I wish I could, like, I would pay more money if I could just buy it outright. Can you use something like GIMP? It's meant for photo editing, but you could use it for drawing. So SketchUp is a 3D modeling software. It's not for drawing, but I use it a lot in drawing because I use it for backgrounds. So I model the backgrounds so I don't have to draw them a billion times. I can just I model it once and then I color it in like a coloring page. Um, and SketchUp, because I have already been using SketchUp, I'm paying the licensing fee. So I'm paying to use SketchUp in my work because um, I'm selling it. So I need to consistently pay for a commercial license, and they can just charge whatever they want, and I have to pay it because I'm making money off of it. So that is the trap that I am stuck in. I do wonder if I use like an old version of SketchUp if that would still count because it's it's the thing where it's no longer the same company. That's also why I'm super curious about Bryce because Bryce licensing, I think even it is an old company, but I think if I wanted to be safe, I could pay the new company the $20 for the software, and I think that is like the full license. Um, because $20 one time versus $20 a month is significantly better, obviously. And it like I just like the aesthetic of it because it's that 90s aesthetic. I wonder if there's a Mac version for the ERS7 Mind software because I have Mac OS X 10.2 Jaguar. Oh wow, Jaguar is an old one. Um, I was generally don't work on Macs at all, unfortunately, regardless of the OS. Um, they tend to work on older versions of Windows, but yeah, they're not compatible on any Mac OS. 10.2 is great though. I have 10.4 on my PowerBook, and that already like is too old to do anything. But the aesthetics are so great. licking floor? Can I get a kiss? Please? No. I'm gonna lick your butt. Gonna lick your butt. I've never heard of any aiboware for Mac. Yeah, they're just not compatible. Unfortunately. I mean, if you had a newer Mac, you could probably run some kind of like virtual machine, but on a 10.2. I use Mac OS X Jaguar with the PowerPC emulator, which hasn't been updated in 14 years because the creator got hit by a train. Oh my god, is that real? Is that real? That's crazy. What the hell? Oh, did you see that loaf? Did you see that loaf happen before your very eyes? Or dual boot the system, yeah. Something like that. Development ceased in the 0.5 version. I have an authentic 10.4. Like, that's actually the software. That's actually my PowerBook is the was a hand-me-down, and it was the computer that my sister used in college, which is crazy to think about. Because I think she was in med school. Imagine using a PowerBook for med school. Crazy. I'm not sure you can dual boot the newest ARM-based Macs, or at least I don't know how to do it. Yeah, I'm not super familiar either. My brain is also made of soup. My brain is made of soup. Imagine people using 10.4 to use their iPod Touch first gen because Leopard came out in October and the iPod Touch in September. I think she did. Actually, no. She had a Nano, but she may have been using that at the same time. She had a Nano, which she also gave me. I have the Nano. I have the Nano. I remember this is like I remember going to visit her because this was like obviously the early 2000s. She had a PowerBook. She had a PowerBook before. What year was that? Okay, I need to do the math. What year did the PowerBook come out? I need to set the image in your mind. PowerBook G4. It's crazy that it still works as well as it does. It has like physical dents in it, and it's like fine. 2001. I admit it, I'm an old apple enjoyer. Yeah, no, I am for sure as well. It just hits different. Okay, yeah, it was 2001. I don't think she was definitely not in college in 2001. What? Or maybe she was. Maybe it was like 2002 or 2003, because I don't feel like it was brand new. Imagine, it's 2003. You're in a college dorm using your PowerBook Mac G4 and your iPod Nano. And everyone is wearing copious amounts of body spray, because that was the thing then. And I got to come visit in 2002 or 2003. I was probably like 5. I feel like the early 2000s stuff like that, like as a very youngin, like watching the college age people, like I had so much hope for the future that I do not have now. And I feel bad that current kids can't get that, where they're like, oh my god, this is the coolest place ever. I want to go to college too. They have so many neat things on a campus because it's the early 2000s. And everyone's like excited and doing shit. But obviously this was from a child's perspective, that it was very stressful to be in college just at any time. But I'm super curious about what college is like now, because I've just been out of that scene for like a decade at this point. I've heard a program called Wine Bottler for Apple Silicon Macs to run Windows apps. Oh, interesting. I have not heard of that one. Because I went to college in 2015. Oh my god, that was actually 10 years ago. That's crazy. Oh my god, I hate time. And I feel like I got one good year of like what it felt like to be a real adult. And like I would take the train places, and I could just like go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted, aside from like class schedules, obviously. But I scheduled things so that it was like 3 days of classes, or 4 days of classes, and then 3 days off. So I would have a 3-day weekend every time. And I would just like go on the train and like see where it took me, and I would just like end up at the beach, or I'd go to the comic store, and I could just like go places and do things. And I didn't have to drive. I could just take the train, and everything was super convenient. Did almost get attacked a number of times, because that is the trade-off, but when you're living in like a city. Like buying my own groceries. And then the year after that, my health just took like an absolute nosedive, and like everything fell apart. But I had one good year. I was like a real person. We need more trains. We need more train travel. Trains are great. Hi. I'm just so bored. My AC is at 18 degrees Celsius. What is the Fahrenheit of that? Oh, okay. We're getting to 10%. Oh my. It's so wild to me that some people have trains. I don't think I've ever been on a train. They're so nice. Trains are peak public transport. We need more of them. Oh. Do you need to get by? Whoa, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. She needs the triple path. You need the triple path. Oh. No. I see you. That's not allowed. Oh. That's not allowed. I once found a guinea pig, white and their eyes red, in the plaza. I forgot its breed. In the plaza? Just like out in the world? Just like out in the world? You are making such a cute face right now. Look at that face. Look at that face. Whoa. I mean, Mal. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Oh, we're gonna squish? Oh, tile time. Tile time. She loves her tile. She loves her tile. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I miss being able to go places. I miss being able to go places. I found Apple's worst failure, the Apple Pippin game console from 1996. It's from Japan and some models from the USA. Apple Pippin. What is Apple Pippin? See, it's already 1 a.m. I'm debating if I want to switch gears and do something else, or if I want to, even though I've only been awake for a couple hours, if I want to try to just go to bed. That is always the debate. I've been up 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. I've been up 5 hours. That's it. Because I could shower. It's a Power PC based Mac, which is modified to be a game console. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm at 10%, and I think I'm too tired to switch to anything anyway, so we're we're gonna head out. I think I'm gonna try to stream next Monday, because I think I have to double check when my appointment is. But I think it's Tuesday. Did I write it down? I didn't write it down. It's in there somewhere. But I think it's Tuesday. So I think I'm going to stream on Monday next week. To attempt to get around that. I hope y'all had a good time. I hope y'all have a good night. And I will see you next time. You say bye, Tribble? Tribble.
you. Say bye. Okay, she's busy. Okay. Bye-bye.